about Mayweather and, pound for pound greats. There's two. Crawford. He's been talking about saying the fight with Errol Spence is dead. He says he's never going to fight Errol Spence. This, that. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Because that's the fight. Let me pause, actually. That's the fight, to be fair. It's the best fight in boxing to be made.
Okay, yeah, see, that's what Stephen A saying.
It's not the biggest.
Stephen A
said it's
chatting though.
He said it's bigger. He said it's bigger than
Not
AJ.
biggest, not the biggest.
Because
it's
he's
the best.
chatting.
Quality, wise, it's the
Stephen
best.
A was chatting because Stephen A, how Americans have this thing where it's like everything in America, they're just so inward looking.
Yeah.
So they don't even see that the gravity of what another fight is.
Yeah.
It's probably, if you were to rank the fights, it's probably like seconds.
No, it's the second biggest, but in terms of the best, the quality of fighters, where they are in their careers, the pound for pound records they have, they're both undefeated.
No, I'm saying
both. No, in terms of, it's the best fight to be made. It's not the biggest fight. There's a difference.
the best fight.
It's the best. In terms of actual quality for purists, for boxers to watch, it's
For
the
boxing
best fight.
purists, because obviously the lower
For casuals, fair enough.
For lower weights, the
all
purists
in boxing, it is the best fight to be made.
for lower
For
weights,
biggest, in terms of grossing value, eyes to
talk.
the ball, yeah, it's the Fury AJ is the biggest fight to be made.
lower weights, the skill of boxing is more prevalent than at heavyweight. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
But as you're saying, it's a purer fight than the Fury AJ. Because whoever's likely to win the Spence and Crawford fight, it's not going to be due to brute force, one knockout punch. It's going to be actually due to the tactics of how you fought. Because I don't foresee Crawford knocking out Spence or Spence knocking out Crawford.
What, is Teofimo in that conversation as well?
No, he's a lightweight. He's a
lightweight.
He might become a welterweight down the line. To be fair, he's a very big lightweight. But
Is that a bigger fight than him and Tank?
yeah, it's a big fight.
Tank, man.
Like Javante, he's in trouble.
Javante been running away from Lomachenko. What did he say?
Yeah.
What did Mayweather say? He's going to throw him to...
Mayweather's been managing his career. But yeah, I will say, of course, Fury and AJ is the biggest fight. I mean, if AJ was still undefeated, then the argument for best could have been a lot closer. But AJ's lost the fight. I mean, this is what I'm saying. If you look at all the punchlines, they're both undefeated. They're both in the prime of their career. They're both pound for pound, like top five. Like whoever wins that fight will probably be number one pound for pound. Like this is
Over Canelo?
whoever wins that fight will probably go number one.
Over Canelo?
We'll go over Canelo in that moment at least, because those are the two best fighters to make. Like Canelo can't fight another top 5 pound for pound. AJ and Fury is probably the next best thing because they might be both top 10 pound for pound.
I think Fury's in like top 5 pound for pound rankings.
Fury, you can make 5. He's like 6, 7, something like that. Top 6, 7. I mean, there's like Canelo, there's Crawford, there's Spence.
I don't know how Fury's in that.
There's Inoue, and then there's Inoue, Japanese guy.
Oh yeah.
Then there's Usyk as well. I mean, there's Fury, guys like that.
Usyk's about to get knocked out.
Pound for pound rankings is just bullshit anyway, man.
Yeah, they are a mess.
They're actually bullshit.
But in UFC as well.
Yeah.
How can you can't compare people that are different weight classes. It doesn't make sense.
That's why they put pound for pound.
No, okay, do you know what? It's not even bullshit, yeah, but it's like, I feel actually gonna look at it, bro. Like, Amanda Nunes will be the pound for. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
like,
because he's just so dominant.
like
isn't
it's like, bro, like literally, bro. Like, how do you even like? What criteria do you use? Like, bro, like people are saying Khabib's the pound for. Bro, Khabib and Usman have a similar, bro. They've got fucking similar records, bro. Like, you know, obviously not the undefeated wise, but in terms of UFC record, bro, I'm like.
Well, Usman's undefeated, isn't it?
Usman's undefeated in UFC. He lost one fight.
Oh,
Like,
fair
I
enough.
think it's like his first ever fight. Or
So
something.
how do they count stuff that's before UFC though?
That's the
You
thing.
got your MMA record,
Yeah.
and you got your UFC record, innit?
I think that's unfair, man.
No, it makes
No, because in
sense.
boxing they don't say your amateur career.
No, it's not even amateur because it
Yeah, but-
could be like because Michael Chandler's in the UFC now. He's one and known in the UFC, but his record's like I don't know 19 and 3.
But they
How
go
about if I was a
back-
WWE wrestler? I lost some WWE fights. Does that count? Does
Bro,
that count?
WWE wrestlers are actors, bro.
But they go by the
Are you sure?
Respect,
When they fight
bro.
Rock?
No, bro. Okay, Brock Lesnar come to UFC,
He won,
and
bro.
they didn't count his bloody.
Because he was on so much
They
PEDs.
didn't count his WWE record
I mean,
and
WWE
say,
record
and say,
probably
oh,
like-
he lost the Undertaker at WrestleMania 21.
That should be counted though.
No, bro.
It should be counted. That's a big fight.
His UFC record was bloody
That-
5-2. or
I'll
whatever.
argue that if he lost to Undertaker WrestleMania, that's actually a massive
He
fight.
beat Undertaker wrestling that. I was upset, man. That's when I stopped watching wrestling. That's when I completely stopped watching wrestling.
Oh,
I forgot.
he broke the streak, yeah?
He broke the streak. I can't believe they let him do that.
Yeah,
They let him do that.
Yo, see, they let him know. Brock Lesnar took that.
But they
With
let
hard
him,
work
bro.
and
They
determination.
planned it a year before, fam.
But the news that came today is that Crawford's looking to fight Pacquiao. I mean, that gets made. Fair enough. I don't mind. Let him go fight Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao's relinquished the WBA belt. I think, if I remember correctly, Spence is gonna fight Ugas potentially in the summer for that belt, which is interesting because Crawford's complaining the fact that the split he wants 50-50, but he's pulling power and his ability to sell pay-per-views. He ain't the same as Spence, and in the welterweight division, his resume is good. And Spence has got 2 belts now. If Spence gets the 3rd belt, the bargaining power that Crawford has will be even worse. I mean, in my opinion, Crawford needs to leave Bob Arum, come to the PBC, and then that fight can be made. Even though he sees himself as good as Errol Spence, even better than Errol Spence. But in terms of ability to attract viewers and stuff like that, the commercial side of it, he's really missing out. He doesn't really understand the business of boxing.
If you were to look in the
Errol
studio
Spence.
today, everyone, how many people know Terence Crawford?
That's the thing. Who heard of Errol Spence though? They know Errol Spence.
Well, because they had a car. I don't know, because they had a car.
Before
crash,
that.
bro.
Strap
I
season.
can't lie, bro. Boxing is meaty right now, bro. Like, it's very meaty, bro.
I heard that. I totally agree. I think boxing is so meaty.
Like, the fact,
I think
the
it's
fact
just
Pacquiao's
like,
still relevant is mad.
What do you mean? Pacquiao's all-time
Bro,
great.
Pacquiao's 43 years old, bro.
He's all-time great.
hey,
No,
hey,
but the fact that man's still talking about that,
but
that'll be a big.
I spoke to a Filipino guy, Pacquiao. What did that guy mean to that country?
Yeah,
Boy.
no, of course. But
Fam,
talking
fam,
about-
fam,
I'm
they
talking
said the
about-
streets, when Pacquiao fighting, the streets, no one outside. Them man are in yard watching Pacquiao. For a man to have that effect, that is mad. Because in England, who's stopping? Is the world stopping for anyone except for England football team in an international cup?
But to be honest, I mean, Pacquiao, that's why he's still relevant because he hasn't fought someone like Crawford or Spence yet. He can beat a Keith Thurman.
He
can
lost
beat,
to it, but remember when he lost to the Australian then?
He should have lost that. He got robbed. He could beat those guys, but when he fights the creme de la creme, that's why Spence was trying to fight Pacquiao because he knows it's a big money fight. But Pacquiao doesn't want to fight those guys per se because even though he make a lot of money,
He'll just lose.
he could get really hurt in that ring. I mean, but when you fight a Keith Thurman, a Danny Garcia, a Porter, he can beat those guys. He's still that great. They can still beat a guy that's not as good. That you want to compare kind of Ronaldo. Ronaldo's still doing his thing. But he's not as good as he used to be.
Ronaldo was never good.
Bro, I feel like
Hey, I've got some stats for you about Ronaldo. I wanted to bring this up before we end the pod.
We're still going to talk about Canelo. We'll talk about Ronaldo.
You know, Ronaldo in his last 2 Champions Leagues did not score a goal in this. I think it's the semi-final and the final of the last 2 Champions Leagues he won.
He's going to go semi-final or final.
Didn't score a goal in the semi-final or final. I mean, maybe even up
what
to core.
kind of stats? Bro, the guys won 5 Champions Leagues, bro.
Got carried by Benzema, Bell,
But how many did this?
Modric. No assists, no goals or assists.
In the last year?
Bro, in the semi-final and the final, bro, that's it, bro. He scored.
Yo, wait. You part my guy Iniesta. You part my guy
Bro, he
Iniesta.
scored a bloody bicycle kick in the bloody quarterfinal. Do you know what I mean, bro? Like,
Look, what did you say about my guy Iniesta? What did you say?
I
He
thought-
scored for 365 days, didn't he?
the whole year, bro.
I have to double take that stat because that's how right to me.
No,
scored-
it's right, but
It's right, see? Ronaldo was there getting carried by Benzema, Bell, Modric, and them man. But when it's my guy Messi, guys want to bring out everything he's done wrong. Everything. But Ronaldo getting carried, good. I like to hear that.
That is so.
I like to
funny,
hear that.
bro.
Guys
Man,
carry
getting
Ronaldo.
carried, bro. The guy was top scorer in the whole competition, fam.
You got
Like,
carried though. Does it mean you can be top scorer and still get carried?
Hey.
How do you carry?
Alan
bro?
scored like what, 20
Bro,
goals?
not
14
scoring a goal
games.
in 3 games. It don't mean you got carried,
6
bro.
games.
So do you know what?
No,
Yeah,
no,
you know what?
yeah,
Yeah, it's so
3 games in
funny,
the season.
Tease. I've learned one thing about you. You like to use stats for your agenda, but when the stats work against you,
No.
no. You know, you're a real analyst,
No,
data analyst.
I
Tease,
appreciate
that-
stats, yeah.
You're pretty
But
legit.
sometimes you just gotta like look at the whole context. Yeah?
Okay, so then why is the Dano Vinicius? I don't get the whole context.
Zidane's VS is nothing to do with stats. Take stats out of it, bro. Zidane's just better at Iniesta than football than Iniesta.
Greater as well. I mean,
He's better than him at football, but his career's not better than him.
His career's better than him as well.
No,
this has.
Bro, if you combine
his
individual,
career's not better.
If
Than
you
him.
This has
combine
been more
individual-
consistent. I'll give him that.
Yes.
But
how can some people? Bro, the guy retired.
Stop getting mad! It's
Sorry,
just the truth.
sorry,
I keep
sorry.
telling you the
But-
truth.
Bro, the guy retired after he did a Panenka penalty and a headbutt, fam, in the World Cup final, bro.
Did he win?
Bro, Iniesta is in the J League, bro, at 36, bro.
What? How can he? This football's in a different era. He wanted to do that so he can expand the Japanese football. We have to give him credit for that. Think about that. What he did is actually
Bro,
great.
that's
Zidane can't go to.
Bro,
Zidane go to there. They'll slap his bald head.
Bro,
And he has to go in there and he's doing more.
Ibrahimovic plays for AC Milan, bro.
I don't take any stats from the Italian league seriously anymore because the fact that Lukaku is doing bits out there.
It's the Premier League.
No. Italians haven't done anything in the Champions League for a long time. Even Europa League. I'm not respecting that league anymore.
Bro,
In fact, think about it. Man was struggling in MLS.
Consistent.
He wasn't scoring like this in the MLS. Now he's scoring like this in Italy. We need to check what was happening to Zlatan.
Oh,
It wasn't scoring
Bro,
like this in MLS.
bro, when we look at longevity and consistency, bro, there's no like
Zlatan's the best.
Zidane's top there, bro.
Zlatan's the best, one of the best in it. Because look at longevity and consistency.
longevity because he's Messi Ronaldo.
Yeah,
He's just.
no, but that is one of Zlatan's big things. That he's playing football at the top level at 39 years old, bro.
I mean,
Man don't put him in those categories though, but that is a fantastic thing, bro.
Where's Zlatan in your hierarchy? I know you probably have him very high.
Maybe like top 15 strikers. or something.
Of all time.
Yeah, like maybe top 15, top 20.
Maybe 15 to 20.
It's not better than that. Is he better than Aguero?
Nah,
Nah,
Eto?
no, of course not.
Good. Drogba?
Nah,
no. Yes.
nah.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Drogba.
Champions League wise, nah. Maybe before that Champions League final, then maybe, but nah.
Kane.
Yeah, he's better than Kane.
Ooh.
Kane still has more to prove.
So
I can't lie, for me, Kane. I don't think you don't realise how good I think Kane is. I think Kane is fucking
Kane has more to prove,
fantastic.
but we'll see.
Kane's
I mean,
I
sensational.
got Vardy up there with it, bro.
why up there, Ibra? It's been
Yeah,
true.
watch it, bro.
The boy teased Mr. Agenda.
Yeah, love
Pleasure.
I love this
Yeah.
episode. This is a good episode, fam.
Very
man,
fiery.
shut up,
Because he talked about
anytime,
Mane in
I
that.
got agendas, man.
I know, it's a good one. It's a good
Because you
episode.
guys have conflicting agendas. That's why I was just happy to take it back to you guys. Got the biggest Messi fan, the biggest Ronaldo fan, the biggest Zidane fan, the biggest Iniesta fan.
What are you the biggest fan?
I'm a fan of nobody.
Pele.
Oh, do you hear this, man?
Pele, bro.
This guy's in the studio. Pele, you love Brazilians.
I'm a fan of the
You
truth.
love Brazilians.
The truth is Pele. And the truth is Brazilian football. The Brazilians,
Oh,
they're the
yeah,
best footballers. Yeah, I mean,
man. Love you, man.
Love you, man.
Appreciate
Loved
it.
it,
Anytime, man.
Anytime, man.
the time.
We must get you on again, man. You and Chucky used to go and
Hey.
talk UFC one time because
Whenever,
Chucky's.
bro.
Hey, remember,
Big
like
fight
and
coming
subscribe, support the boys. We're trying to make it, you know. Put up our team. Let's get it.
Let's get it.